Alright, this is Prison Chronicles, man, episode 2. This is about the time where I almost got robbed for my cell phone in prison. Alright, so I'm at St. Clair Correctional Facility. If you know anything about St. Clair Correctional Facility, those of y'all that do, get in the comments. It's one of the most dangerous prisons in the state of Alabama. You got Holman, which is level 6. It houses death row inmates. You got St. Clair, which is level 6. It houses not death row inmates, but life without inmates. You got West Jefferson that houses life without inmates. And now you have Limestone, also houses life without inmates. So when you got a camp that houses life without inmates, the danger level goes up so much more higher. And then when you consider the fact that the prison system doesn't have an adequate amount of guards because they don't want to pay niggas shit. You know what I'm saying? So niggas don't want to do that job because it's super dangerous for little pay, you know? So you literally, for every like 100 men, 100 or 200 men, you got one guard. So in all actuality, what I'm saying is if it really go down, shit, you dead, basically. I've seen it happen many times where niggas done got on other niggas' ass and the police don't come to after it's all said and done, and that's when they do what they do. But by that time, you already dead or on your way to the infirmary, damn near dead. So I'm at St. Clair. Now, I'm in a program called Therapeutic Community, called TC for short. I'm in the program. Now, I just left a level 4. Level 4, you got mostly younger people that's very, very active. I just left a level 4 that's very, very active, so I'm going to St. Clair. Now, of course, this is my first time going to a level 5, level 6, so I'm kind of low-key shaking in my motherfucking boots. I'm scared. I don't know what to expect. But I get down here, so I'm housed in what they called at the time R1. And what R1 was the building where they were housing guys that were in the program. Mind you, the population is called a G yard. It's up. It's like a hill. You come down the hill to get to R1. You got to go up the hill to get to like the Chow Hall and the G yard and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Which is where I ended up later on. But at this specific time, like I said, I was in R1 and I was going through the program. So, mind you, again, we dealing with straight hardcore criminals. We dealing with niggas that's off they rocker, a lot of them, you know. In Alabama, they, like the mental health people, they just get put in with everybody else. It used to be a specific prison called Bullock where they went to. Now they just be throwing the motherfuckers everywhere. So it's a lot of mentally unstable people that's here, and they got big time. So killing you is nothing, you know? As soon as I got there, like I'm gonna say probably a week after I got there, I ended up getting the phone. At this time, this was in 2012, 2013. But at that time, you know, niggas weren't really having camera phones in jail. I mean, you know, niggas had camera phones because my phone had a camera on it. But what I'm saying is niggas ain't had a touchscreen joints in jail. Like, it costs shit $300, $400, $500, $600, $700, $800 just for a flip phone, you know, or a BlackBerry or some shit like that, a slide. So when you get to talking about touch screens and iPhones and shit like that, you upwards of $1,500, $2,000 easy. You know what I'm saying? Probably more than that. But just having a phone in general, you an asset. Like, niggas will try to rob you for your phones because, like I said, everybody ain't got one because everybody can't afford one. I get a phone like a week after I get there. I buy it from one of my, you know, Muslim brothers. At the time, I'm practicing with the Nation of Islam. And I run with the 5%ers as well. I buy a phone for one of my brothers, you know, so I'm bopped out, you know. That's what they call, like, motherfucker that's always on the phone. So, you know, when I get the phone, it's boom, 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 it's phone. And then they don't really care. At this specific prison, they don't really give a fuck what you do. Just don't escape and don't stab nobody. You know what I'm saying? Preferably. But other than that, they don't care. So I'm outside on my phone. So one of my Muslim brothers come up. Shout out Uhuru, man. He come up. He tell me like, he like, shit, peace, God. I'm like, shit, peace, peace. He like, man, I need to holler at you for a minute. I'm like, shit, bro, I'll be off the phone in a minute. Woo, woo, woo. He like, no, I need to holler at you about this right now, type shit. So I'm like, shit, damn. I'm like, so the little chick I'm talking to at the time, which I don't remember who it was, but I tell her like, shit, boom, I'm gonna call you back. We got the yard for a little minute. Everything good. I hang the phone up, duck it off. You know what I'm saying? He like, you see that nigga right there? It's a nigga, a tall nigga. This nigga hooping too. He coming down the walkway, nigga with glasses. Nigga got a fro. Kind of goofy looking nigga. A nigga named Nene. He like, you see that nigga right there? I'm like, yeah. He point to another nigga. This nigga kind of short, but he got a little fro and some glasses too. You know what I'm saying? This nigga named Stick 'em Up. Mind you, neither one of these niggas look like they no threat for real. You know? These niggas don't look like they'll harm a fly or kill a roach if it was on their sandwich. The whole time these niggas are cold hard killers and stick up men in prison. He like, shit, bro. He like, they finna try to rob you for that phone. I said, what? And you know me, I'm on some shit like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody finna rob me for my phone. Woo, woo, woo. He's like, bro. He's like, you don't understand, bro. He's like, this shit a little different. He's like, that nigga right there, that nigga is the Michael Jordan of the rob game, bro. He was like, if that nigga come, he gonna get your shit and he will kill you. You know what I'm saying? So when he say that, immediately I'm like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might be able to fight off goddamn this nigga Stick 'em Up, but this nigga right here, me, this the motherfucking Michael Jordan of the rob game. And the nigga that's talking to me, he ain't no bitch ass nigga. He is not scary or none of that. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't looking at it like, oh, this nigga just a hoe. I'm looking at it like, man, this nigga trying to save my life right here, which is what ended up happening. So boom. Like I said, I had that bitch ducked off. So I immediately get up. He like, shit, man, come on, let's go. So boom, I get up. Boom. We walk in the building and shit like that. So I see the nigga Stick 'em Up. Mind you, I slept like right at the front, but like over to the left towards the wall. So I see the nigga Stick 'em Up come to the door and he looking in. Mind you, these niggas, they sleep on the G yard. So they not even supposed to be down here. He looking like, damn, like where you go type shit. You know what I'm saying? But whole time they got like borders on the bed. So if you duck off, motherfucker can't see you. And he can't come in the building because they gonna put his ass in lockup type shit. You know what I'm saying? So boom. This how I find out that I was getting ready to get robbed. Later on, it's probably about 8-9 months later, I end up on the G yard. I end up getting fucked up in the program, so they kicked me out the program and sent me to the G yard. I'm sleeping in Q block. I ended up sleeping in the same cell with the nigga Mimi. Me and the nigga get cool. We hooping. We get on the same basketball team and shit. We hooping. Come to find out, this nigga cool as hell. And he play like, goddammit, Kevin Durant. You know what I'm saying? He play just like Slim Reaper. And so I'm talking to him one day and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, by this time, I done seen some of his work. And I heard about his reputation that he got going on in the prison. But the nigga cool. You know what I'm saying? If he the type of nigga, as long as he's straight, he ain't on shit. But as soon as he go to hurting, he go to looking for a victim. So niggas low-key do what they can to try to keep him straight for real. You know? You got niggas like that in prison. You know what I'm saying? Everybody try to pacify this nigga because if you don't, the niggas can be victims. And at the end of the day, like, for real, it be levels to that shit. It be levels to that shit. It be levels to like you been around killers before, but you ain't been around demented niggas, sick, twisted niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might have been around a nigga that'll pull the trigger, but you ain't never been around a nigga that'll chop a body up type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's different levels to this shit, just like it's different levels to everything in life. So, anyway, I'm politicking with the nigga and shit, so I asked the nigga, I was like, you remember you came down to R1 one day, and I was down there, I seen you, bro. I was on my phone. I said, do you remember that day, bro? He was like, hell yeah, I remember that day. I was like, bro, y'all, what y'all was on? Y'all was finna try to. He was like, shit, bro, A nigga had called him from a phone. They had a phone up top. His partner had a phone. A nigga had called him from a phone, told him it was a nigga down here on the yard, basically lacking with a phone. Come get it. So he gets the call. Like, that's literally how they communicate. They call each other from, you know what I'm saying? Like, down here to up there, like, down the hill, up the hill type shit. So he like, yeah, man, a nigga had told me it was a nigga down there, you know what I'm saying, loafing and shit. So I was coming to get that motherfucker. And he had brought Stick Up with him. But see, Stick Up, fuck around. Well, actually, Stick Up was down there before he got down there. Stick 'em up had made it down there already. He was on his way down there because it's like a long ass, like, hill, like a sidewalk. You got to walk down that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take you a good little minute. You feel me? And if I'm sitting in a certain place, I can see you coming. Now, if I'm sitting like off, you know, in the rest of the yard, I can't see him. But so I'm like, shit, so man, y'all was going to rob me? He was like, hell yeah, we was going to get you. He's like, at the time, man, I was hurting. I ain't know who you was either. He's like, yeah, bro, he was going to get you. You know what I'm saying? He's like, well, shit, I'm glad it ain't play out like that. Because, shit, he's like, shit, you a good nigga, bro. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm a shorty at the time, too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, man, motherfucker was finna really, like, do that to me. You know? And it just taught me that you have to be aware of your surroundings 24/7. And that ain't just in prison, that's in life. You have to be aware of your surroundings because it don't take nothing but a split second for motherfucker to make that call. And now, next thing you know, you in a blender, you know? So, man, make sure y'all stay safe out there, man. And make sure y'all be aware of your surroundings. It's your boy, SNTV.